All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you once again for coming to this event, which I would like to call great already from the very beginning, because I can see you all sitting here in this audience. Very appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about digitalization and its systemic impact on the financial system. Why are we talking about this topic today? Everybody knows that digitalization is not really a new concept. It has been around already for decades, maybe for half a century, and it emerged in about 50s or 60s of last century, when the term was coined. Actually, at that time, it meant the process of going through the evolution of traditional systems, of analogous systems, of delivering signals, of producing information to the digital age. At that time, we went through the period when people started using telegraph, people started using large, big computers occupying maybe half of this room, then personal computers, internet, which connected the whole world, then lots of new events happened. Now we are in the age of new technologies, which we call fintech and blockchain. All these changes have been happening for quite a while. Only today we're coming here to this event where we'll try to disentangle multiple issues related to development of digitalization over the course of quite a few decades and the following years, maybe days. We have managed to collect the great list of speakers for this event, which will cover the wide diversity of topics, both from academical and business worlds. We will create this event to bring these minds together, to make the venue where the communication can be established. A part of these lectures will have multiple breaks, some special time slots for discussion, where partnerships can be established, questions can be raised, and new solutions can be provided. I just want to say a little bit in the very beginning that today, we are living in the united world by digitalization. Every piece of information now can be transmitted from one piece of the world, part of the world, to another one without any time, instantly, without spending significant resources. Saying about resources, it's very important to highlight that despite of the wide diversity of this information which we can generate, process, hold, and store, we have to do it in a very efficient way. First of all, it should not be abused, because we know quite a few cases where personal data leaked some public systems, some big social networks, and was used to trick the minds through the public media. We know the cases when just one single tweet could change the state of the whole company and eventually the state of all shareholders of this company. We know the cases when digitalization could show to traditional systems that, let's say, financial transactions can be performed not over the course of several days, but in 10 minutes or even shorter. It's very important to highlight that this topic of digitalization, which we observe today, like happening right now, right here, it's very crucial for Switzerland, the venue where we are gathering today. Switzerland, lacking natural resources, has to take into account all opportunities and possibilities brought by digitalization. How can it be used in an efficient way? How it can be used for goods? How the Switzerland, using digitalization, can maintain the high status of well-defined country, well-developed country. Digitalization in general changes the whole market in the world, in the labor market too. Now, small companies, intermediate companies can find people all around the world timelessly without spending hours, days, maybe even months for searching these talents. Everything can be done through internet, and everything thanks to digitalization. Saying everything, I could say much more about this, but we have to be a little bit in a rush because sessions are starting in about, I think, a minute or something like this. So, and according to Swiss standards, we have to be very precise. I would like just to say that we have multiple questions, still open questions, which have to be highlighted and covered, not only in these sessions, but in general. And really, we hope that this workshop will lay the ground for all these discussions, will clarify multiple issues, and discussions will continue afterwards too. So this is why we're also starting it today. I would like to briefly say that the whole workshop will happen in 2 days, 1.5 days. We're starting now and we'll finish at about 6 p.m. Start from session about introduction to digitalization in finance, from these great talks where the very top level of the problems of issues will be covered, will be presented by great speakers. Then we slowly enter to the second session today, where market microstructure and portfolio choices will be discussed. Right now. Now, I think without occupying too much of your time, I would really like to give the floor to our precious speakers, start this discussion, and please enjoy this. Thank you.